Today, on Be Something Wonderful, your future self is imagining you. Love is the only reality. I am your host, Tom Karen, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, welcome back. I had a session yesterday from a client that I had not even remembered at first when they booked that I talked to them. It must have been maybe 4 or 5 months ago now. And very interesting because this client reminded me of what we talked about. At the time, it was a situation where he was his relationship with his sister was very strained. They hadn't talked for years. This was over a family matter. I don't want to get into the details, but they were, neither one would budge. I mean, their families didn't see each other. And at the time, one of their grandparents had passed. And they had to, and he had to go to the funeral, and he was thinking of not going because of this, because he knew his sister was going, and there was all this drama around this. And so, but he was asking me, should I go or not should I go? And as you guys know, that's not really what I advise. I don't advise on what to do. I want to get behind the matter. I go, well, what do you really want? He goes, I don't want the drama. And I said, well, he goes, Tom, I've tried to imagine myself in me and my sister reconciled, and our families together, and where we buried the past and there were no issues. But I struggle with it. It feels fake to me. It doesn't feel real. So guys, I want to talk about this today and more, because when I talked to this person yesterday, it was amazing that in fact he did go to the funeral. And as soon as he went, when they had after the funeral, they had just a get together for the family and close friends. And his sister immediately came up to him and hugged him and started crying. I mean, it was an amazing moment. And now their families are together and they spend time together. It's like it's a new reality. It's new versions of themselves. So what's going on here? Well, what we talked about, I said, don't try to bring reality don't try to bring the illusion to reality. Remember, love is the only reality. Love is God. That's the truth. That's the ultimate truth, right? So it's always about removing blocks to that love. So instead, bring reality to the love. Don't try to imagine your 3D you reconciling. That seems impossible to you. Instead, imagine it's the future you, the ideal you, the higher self. And send that higher self love and gratitude for reconciling and getting together with your sister, for loving your sister. Because that's what it is. All you have to do is love her. And if you can't feel it, if you can't feel that real from the 3D you, send the love to your higher self. Send the gratitude to your higher self. You can imagine your higher self. And thank your higher self for being that love for you. That was powerful. So today I want to unpack this and more. The opposite of love is fear, but what is all-encompassing can have no opposite. This is A Course in Miracles. We've talked about this. In the ultimate reality, there is no opposite. There's only love. Course in Miracles says, this is right in the beginning of Course in Miracles, very powerful. What's the aim? Removing the blocks to the awareness of love's presence, which is your natural inheritance. That's the aim, right? Course in Miracles is powerful. If you've seen my original book, it's all highlighted and marked up. I've gone through that several times. But guys, what's the point? Right in here, you don't even have to go further than this to understand what the Course is about. Removing blocks to the awareness of love's presence is your natural inheritance. Only love is real. This is what he learns, right? Nothing real can be threatened. Nothing unreal exists. Herein lies the peace of God. The peace of God. So understand this, that fear, that doubt, that reality that you're seeing is is an illusion in the sense that love is the only thing that's real. So it is unreal in that sense. Of course, if you believe it, if you assume it, you feel it, it's real to you in that experience. But the more you love, the more real you become. Wow. This is what my client did, right? Although he couldn't see his 3D self doing it, he sent the love and gratitude to his higher self for doing it, for being that love for him. The more you love, the more real you become. Wow. Bring the reality of love to thoughts of lack, to fear and perceived and wanted conditions. Instead of trying to get rid of them, right? Instead of trying to bring the illusion to love or bring the illusion to reality, bring the reality of love to those illusions and they will dissolve. Don't try to get rid of them or resist them. The opposite of a love appears and disappears within that which never appears and disappears. Love, God, source, all that is. Love, God, source, that's always there. It never appears and disappears. There's no lack of love and then there's some love. It's always there, right? It's the opposite of love that appears and disappears, that illusion that you're making up, that world that you're creating. So when you think, feel, and see through the eyes of love, you are co-creating with God. Right? This is really what A Course in Miracles says. Marianne Williamson, the spiritual teacher that teaches based on A Course in Miracles, talks about that. When you think, feel, and see through the eyes of love, you're co-creating with God. Love, happiness, freedom doesn't come and go. It's the truth behind all that you are perceiving, receiving, and manifesting. It doesn't come and go. It's real. Be open to the possibility of experiencing this truth in all areas of your life and leave it up to God to choose how you're going to see it, how you're going to perceive it, how you're going to manifest it. Do you see the power in that? Right? Be open to it. Right? To point towards God and God will come running to you, showing you how. I've talked about this in the story of the prodigal over and over again, but that's what we're talking about. Be open to it. Right? Be open to trust. Be open to belief. Be open to that love. Stop postponing fulfillment. Every now moment is an opportunity to choose love. Every now moment is an opportunity to feel fulfillment. Every now moment is an opportunity to shine your light, to allow your light, right? To allow that light and that love, that's the only thing that's real, to reflect off you as well, right? And manifesting is not about making your desired future or imagined end real. It's about becoming more real. Wow. And when we say becoming, we mean realizing the truth of who you are. You're already that. Manifesting is not about making your desired future or imagined end real. It's about becoming more real for it, right? It's bringing that reality to the illusion, not the illusion to the reality. That future of joy, love, gratitude, and freedom is a reality right now. Wow, that's big. Your desired imagined future reality, an ideal version of yourself, is manifesting you. Do you hear this? It's imagining you. God's imagining you. You're sending you love, calling you forth, calling you to occupy it. Allow yourself to go. Allow yourself to receive it. Allow yourself to receive that new future or desired reality by feeling more love. Feeling more love, being more love, loving more, right? And I say this all the time when others are talking about a strained relationship with their boyfriend or girlfriend or husband or wife or whoever it is, right? And they're talking about it from a fear base, from limitation, from lack. They're not loving them. They're not loving their partner. They're fearing it, right? Love them. Love them. And then that's how love creates, right? Love them. Love is the only reality. That's the true meaning of healing and transformation. God is always calling you. It's your only job is to answer. Your only job is to answer that call. That's it. God has everything else handled. So imagining my wish already fulfilled feels fake. That was the client subscriber. Non-fulfillment feels more real to you than your natural state of love or fulfillment. That's why. Right? Non-fulfillment feels like your natural state, but it's not. It might be normal, but it's not natural. Do you hear the difference? Non-fulfillment might be normal for you. Fear might be normal. Lack and limitation by normal. Drama, trauma, struggle, right? Working hard for things and really feeling that lack might be normal, but it's not natural. Natural is fulfillment. Non-fulfillment, if there are illusions, is the illusion, right? Instead of trying to bring the illusion to the reality of love and fulfillment, bring the reality of love and fulfillment to the illusion of lack, non-fulfillment, and unwanted conditions. Do you hear that? That's why you've been struggling to imagine your wish fulfilled. You're trying to bring the illusion to reality, something that doesn't exist, to something that is the only thing that's real. Bring the only thing that is real to those illusions and they will dissolve. So big. And remember, the 3D perception of lack, limitation, and struggle is the illusion or what is fake. Only love is real. This means your desired end, your desired end, future self, and heart's desire is what's real. That imagined future you is sending you love, gratitude, and joy right now. It's imagining you, hugging you, embracing you, sending it all to you. Imagining and feeling the love, joy, and gratitude of your future self aligns you with everything you desire. Wow. Powerful, powerful. So, when you become more love, when you become more real, when you become more you or your true self, the future desired version of you, that's the idea of bringing reality to the illusion, right? To become is to realize, to acknowledge, to know, right? That's what we mean by that. You're already fully evolved, experiencing a part of that evolution. It's not really about becoming, it's about acknowledging, it's about realizing, it's about knowing who you really are, right? It's not about trying to imagine the perceived 3D you that only sees lack, limitation, and fear. It's not about trying to imagine as living and occupying your wish fulfilled. That's what you're trying to bring the illusion to reality. That's your struggle. You're trying to imagine that 3D limited you. Rather, imagine and perceive and align with the future you, the real you, that's already living that desired end. Then you merge and fuse with that future you, right? 3D reality must yield to it, right? In the other case, you're yielding to 3D, trying to fix it, trying to improve it, trying to heal it, right? You're already healed, you're already fixed, you're already new. Try this. Bring love, reality to the illusion. Imagine. And don't just imagine, do it. Sending love and gratitude to your future self, right? Remember, because your future self is imagining you and sending you that love as well, right? Be open and receive and allow the love and gratitude of that the future self is sending you. Feel that love, right? Imagine being surrounded and immersed in this love and gratitude. Merge and fuse with your future self in new reality. Remember, only love is real. The more you love, the more real you become. That's how to do it. Your future self is imagining you. Love is the only reality. I am your host, Tom Caron, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification button. Like and share our videos. That's how we get our message out. You can follow us on Facebook at Be Something Wonderful. We have a group called the Be Something Wonderful Ambassadors. You can join that group. It's an open group. It's facebook.com/groups/Be Something Wonderful. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Tom Caron. You can visit our website anytime that has all the information and more at tomcaron.com or BeSomethingWonderful.com. Creators with great love, with great light and infinite gratitude, see you soon.